Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be checking out episode 7 of Black Torch, 3 on 3. I believe at the end of the last episode we kind of finished our little training session slash mini arc and are moving on to kind of the next half of the series. I'm excited to see what the rest of this brings us. 3 on 3 makes me kind of think we're either going to have more of a training session with like three of our three main group versus like maybe the other squads three-man group or something like that, or it'll be a 3 on 3 like battle against some enemies of some sort. But very excited to hop into this episode. This is my final video for this recording session. Tomorrow I will get out my reaction to One Piece and Mushiko Tensei that I missed today. I was just a little bit behind, but getting caught up. If you are new to my channel though, this will be more of a watch along than a straight up reaction. So if you'd like the audio and or full video, you can sync up with your own copy of the episode. If not, you can see it blurred behind me and read the subtitles below me to follow along. I'll just give us a countdown. We can hop right into this episode. Hopefully I can get this one first try. Three, two, one, start. I did not. I will do that one more time. Sorry about that. I was having trouble with it today. Alright. Three, two, one, start. Three, two, one, start. I hop into this. I'm really excited to see what's in store for this week. Early this morning, decapitated human remains. Latest. I assume that's probably to our villain group. I would imagine, anyways. Almost positive, exactly. He's a new member of the team. That is true. It was a little bit less of a training session for him. One of my favorite episodes, though, because it let us really get to know the characters. It really let us get to know the characters. Good question. Nothing saying you can't. Vital energy. Oh, it's not about sustenance. It's about like growing to the next level. Completely closed off. Right into the Black Torch opening. I would love to know you guys' thoughts on this series so far. What's your favorite aspects of it? Are you a manga reader or anything like that? Because while I personally have been enjoying it, it's probably on the weaker side of the shows I'm currently watching, which is less of the fault of this show and more so that there's just a lot of shows right now that are continuing that I'm a huge fan of. And then Demons of the Shadow Realm is from one of my favorite authors of all time, so it kind of gets a little bit extra favoritism from me. Um, but I would love to know your guys' opinions on the series and what makes you a big fan of it and everything. Because I do, well, my comments aren't crazy and we only have a little bit of a community going on. I really do love hearing from you guys in the comments. It makes doing the reactions really worth it. Because to be honest, I only make like a couple dollars on YouTube. It's more so that I just love anime so much, and I have a couple friends who watch anime, but you only get to when you're an adult, you only get to spend so much time with people, and I love just sharing my thoughts and opinions. And before I started doing reactions on my channel, I watch them constantly. Like, there's quite a few channels I'm massive fans of. I think my subscriber list is public, and those are my subscribed to ones are like my favorites, but I do watch some other ones as well. Reaction community is actually pretty good for the part. This piece of shit of a report. Does he want three of her members? Her design's really awesome, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet, but I do like it. So it's not about a training session, it's more so getting them into this case to fire my ass. Are they gonna need reinforcements? He knows exactly what that was. Played right into his hands. Thick fog-like substance completely obscured. Oh, that's a large area, actually. Like half city almost, it looks like. Suit and earpiece are bureau. Those of humankind. So they're more of like the liaisons between the humans and the bureau. This is exactly what we formed the team for. Blockaded. Several. Oh yeah, we did get the outfits as well. I think that was last episode with invisibility and everything. Arm and capture. Smart. Oh, so the moment we go inside, we're just cut off. Oh, usual means. So it's time for the unusual means of contact. Directly into this lotus. Voiceless. I like the comedy animation or not in this episode. A lot of fun faces. Get it. Oh, interesting design. Team me up with overkill. Yeah, this is our 3-on-3. Very familiar voice actor. I know it, I just can't place the name at the moment. I can see. Bone and no meat. Looking for a chubby boy. Probably actually someone strong, I imagine. Not just three. Three and a cat? They know who that is? Bro, they censored the blood when it exploded the head, but they showed like the eyeball popping. That was diabolical. Kind of a wild outfit, but I really love her horn design and just like facial like expression she's got rocking. Mm, is that who I think it was? That camouflage is sick. Yeah, I think it's a bit more than that. You're gonna need to wake them up. At least they're not dead yet. At least anyone who hasn't been eaten, I guess, or crushed. Splitting up is kind of dangerous, though. I was gonna say Rago hasn't been in an episode at all yet. Yeah, a lot of good like chibi, not even really chibi animation, just like comedy and like cute, good expressions, everything. Quite like it. Casting a spell on the humans. So they got two warriors, someone setting up a barrier, and someone controlling the humans. Dude, it's been a while since we've actually heard him talk to animals and stuff. This is nice to see again. In the earlier episodes, this was something I really liked, so I'm glad it's coming back around a couple times now. All the people groups. Is Rago gonna take him, and then those three are gonna go fight the other ones? Oh, they got him. They're splitting up. I see. I see. Bring it. I'm excited to see how this fight plays out. I wonder if we'll stay focusing on it or oh, but it looks like we're maybe changing. I've been excited to see how he adapts and uses his powers in more fights. Been very samey so far. Like almost like a giant punch. That's about it. Throwing it off. Man, what a beefcake though. Actually kind of reminds me of the first one we fought. Ooh, fun camera work. Good angles and everything. Slow. Careful. Don't get overconfident. I think you're wide open in the air though. Good luck. Ooh, this episode's looking good. This is more like a beam attack than just like a punch this time, actually. Could toss it up. Oh no, he absorbed it. Looks like he crushed it. No, that's actually a more fun design. That reminds me of like a resurrection from Bleach. Gravity? A demon god. Ruler of mountain forest and venerated as the Almighty. Protected their land. That's actually a pretty fun concept for oh, directly his clan, not just the bureau. I guess same thing essentially. Shadow of itself. Well, I don't think that's the full extent. We've seen a little bit more, especially from the past. And this was the guy controlling the human, so she's got to be careful, I assume, not to get caught up in it. Oh, he's quick. I thought maybe it was like faded from her mind or something, but whoa. Okay, that is more what I was expecting from his fighting style. Fatally alluring to the downright hellish. Bro's a bit of a sadist. That's maybe a better way to put it. Oh, fucking jiggle physics. Oh, that's so cool. Using it's like a flag, but he manipulate the energy on them. That's kind of what I was more expecting from Brago's power when he uses it. Ooh, impressive. Careful. Oh, he just could manipulate more than just that. Present, huh? Just trolling. Bro is actually twisted. But I was gonna say I like with his weapon, he's using it almost like a spear. It's fun. Oh, with the fucking thighs. Did she take off both horns? Or just one? Or did he only have one? He might have actually only had one. No, he has two. Well, she got the first one down. I think she had the easiest job, though, because, well, she had to deal with illusion, so that's kind of a scam. But the two powerhouses were at, Oh, there we go! Spectral neutralizer. Oh, it was negating his own power, so Jiro couldn't fully access it. This is much more what I was oh, we cut him in half! Much more what I was expecting from his power usage. It almost reminds me a little bit of, Black Star's final form in Soul Eater in the manga. Was just the trigger. Stronger than ever. Is he using Jiro's life? It's almost like a perfect fusion. I mean, Jiro does get strength in return, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's making him age quicker or something like that, or taking lifespan. I knew it. As soon as I saw the hair. Despite this being very quick after the reveal of it the other episode, I do like this because we only have a certain amount of episodes left. I knew a cliffhanger was coming. The moment we switched over to that fight, I was like, we don't have enough time for it. We got a lot in this episode, though. Essentially, two fights done. I did not think we would get Jiro's done as well. And we got what I wanted. He's began to use his powers in a more interesting way, which is what I've been waiting for. Because, well, it hasn't been like not cool or anything. It has been like nothing like that special with the way he uses it. It's in this episode he kind of used it like a beam attack more, but like for the most part it's always felt like almost like a giant like punch attack. Um but now it's like a full like transformation and like a scarf that he can manipulate to use as a weapon, as a shield, I imagine as well. And it looked like he had a tail as well in that transformation, a little bit of ears, so I wonder if it makes him like more nimble or anything like that as well. It might be like a physical power boost as well, not just um like in a manipulation of like energy or something like that. This episode looked really good. Um There was a couple moments earlier in the season that looked really good, and like the show hasn't looked bad by any means. The CGI Rago in the one episode wasn't my favorite, but didn't look awful. It was mostly just the teeth didn't quite mesh with the rest of it. Um, but yeah, I noticed it early on in the episode that the art and just like the way they were doing like expressions for a lot of like the comedy bits and everything, it looked really nice. Even like the more like low detailed animation. It just looked really pleasing to the eye. And then when we actually got to the battles, they felt really fluid. The quote unquote camera work, that's kind of a bad term because there is no camera, it's just animation, but the way it was the angles were moving around the fight, especially in the Jiro fight, was so cool. Um it was nothing, like, groundbreaking or insane, but it was very well done, because some shows do attempt to try this style of, like, um, using, like, a 3D, like, look around the characters and stuff. It can be difficult to pull off. I think it looked really good in this. The backgrounds, were a little bit less focused on, um or look exactly I think it was right after he threw off his jacket. Yeah, right here. Look, yeah, really just good. I love the way he moved around, the jump up into the slam and everything. Choreography was really good in this fight. And I kind of like for a second I thought they were gonna play a little bit more into like the quote unquote, like perverted fantasy or him making kind of a fool out of her. I like how quickly she just locked in and she was like, "This is just illusion." She like centered herself and completely ignored that whole aspect. Um, and just locked in. And she went for the fucking you know what that move is when you like grab someone with your thighs. Very like usually like femme fatale or like a Black Widow type. Like usually those type of characters pull that move off quite often. Um this attack looked really good as well. I love the slash in half. Like wasn't like a crazy animation there, but the art of like his body being slashed in half and just like um all the details look so good. Plus, this design in general was much better than his original one. He just felt like kind of a bulky, generic dude, whereas the transformation, well, um, gave it a lot more uniqueness to him. And like was actually kind of a cool design. The pants didn't quite go with the rest of the fit, but in a way, I kind of like it as well. Um, yeah, fun episode. Looks like next episode, we might get an entire episode just focused on this one fight, which would actually be interesting if we spent the most time on a side character's fight. Because this is the most emotionally impactful one um of the three fights. Just based off matchup. So that's really interesting to see. And we still have that one girl to deal with as well, who is playing like she's the one putting up the fog, and she's like kind of the more like sleepy, non-combat oriented one based off what we're seeing right now, I wouldn't be surprised if she comes into the picture after he takes out his fellow apprentice. Yeah. I think that has potential to be a really fun episode. Not maybe not even fun, emotional, but a good episode is more what I mean. Um and then after that we have 5 episodes left, so I think we have 12 episodes. We might have a little bit more, a little bit less. No water in that. um Yeah, I just quickly want to go through the episode. I don't think there's anything else I want to catch up on. Oh, one thing I did with the pedals, I couldn't tell based off the way they were talking about it. Was that working both ways, or was only she receiving information from the three of them? I don't think they were receiving information back from her. I think it was more of like a one-way communication just to let the outside know what's going on inside the fog. That's kind of how I took it. Um, if I'm mistaken there, just correct me in the comments, but kind of what I thought. But looks like that's kind of all for this episode with most of my thoughts and everything. Nothing too crazy to talk about this episode. Very excited for next week and just to see how the back half of the series wraps up is very interesting to me with the whole circumstances of the manga. That is a big reason why I picked up this show in general, just to see what it actually was gonna be like. Um, yeah, other than that, I will catch you guys all later, and I will have my One Piece reaction and my Mushoku Tensei reaction up tomorrow sometime, probably in the morning ish. But I will catch you guys all later, and peace.